It's the exit of the baby and the entrance for Abby. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Shakila here. I'm back after 1 year, thanks to being a mom. Also having my second born son. So I was just busy with some family time and I took some time out, but I'm back for business. So today we're talking about my home birth story. I'm ready to give the juicy details and I feel ready to talk about it. The memories are not so fresh and the pain is not so fresh, but I can still feel it. My husband missed the birth. We were all in diapers at the end of that day, the day I gave. So it started off on the 24th of February, I think. It started at 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 a.m. I woke up, I was like, hey, I'm feeling something here. Because if you are a parent, you are waking up 6 o'clock every single morning because the kids wake up early. So I woke up 6 o'clock, everyone is still sleeping. I was like, let me not disturb anyone, I'm getting pain. And I didn't want to tell my husband as well, I didn't want to wake him up because I know him. We just want to run to the midwife, wants to run to take me to the hospital and run somewhere. So I was like, no, I'm not going to say anything. So I was feeling pains, and the pains are still like tolerable. It was like on a scale of 3 to 4 out of 10. I was like kind of periody vibe. I woke up, I'm like, okay, let me make my cup of tea. I'm in my gown, I'm feeling the pain. I'm like, okay. Then eventually my family wake up. The pains are increasing. I didn't tell my husband anything. And he's looking at me. He's like, and then I'm like, okay. We had this conversation and I asked him, do you want the truth of when I get pains? Like, and he said yes, he wants to know. So I told him I'm getting pains and it's increasing. And I didn't want to tell him that in my head, I felt today is the day. You know, you can feel your body. I knew. Salad. My husband thought that I'm gonna give birth like later in the week or something like that. So let me tell you, I didn't prepare anything. There was no nappies for this baby. This newborn had no nappies. I had no pads because you know when you give birth, the bleeding is heavy. You need. So everyone is awake. My son, my toddler, my toddler is my 2-year-old, my husband, and me. We're all awake, okay? And then I tell my husband, I'm getting pains. You need to go to the shops and go buy all the like stuff I need because I knew I was having a home birth. I had to prepare certain things. You need to go to Clicks, go buy me and the baby whatever we need for our birth. And I'm 39 weeks pregnant. That is full term. I had more than enough time to prepare and I didn't. So that is me on the day of my birth sending my husband to go get essentials that we need. Husband and 2-year-old leaves the house. That is about like something to 9 or 9 o'clock on the dot. They gone. I'm alone. I'm sitting on the couch. Actually, where I'm sitting exactly on the couch is where I was laboring. Oh, I forgot to mention before my husband left, I think he made me phone the midwife, no? He made me phone the midwife because he was like, no, you need to inform her. And she told me to start timing my contractions. So that is what I did. While I'm sitting there, I'm trying to time my contractions. And let me tell you, imagine trying to time yourself and you in labor. Like, it's the most painful thing. Like, to do that, I'm proud of myself. Yeah. So I was sitting there, my phone is here. I'm trying to time and I'm starting to get hot flashes. And I don't know at what point or how, but I ended up in my vest and my socks. I was just in vest and the socks and I had nothing. Obviously, I was naked, half naked. I couldn't sit anymore because it felt like something was going to come out. And I knew, oh no, this is happening like soon, now, anytime. I could start to feel the baby's head come down. And me sitting on the couch felt almost as if I was like blocking the entrance, the exit. Is the entrance or the exit for the baby? It's the exit. It's the exit of the baby. For the baby and the entrance for Abby. So I was blocking the exit for the baby. So I stood up. Contractions are bad at this point and I screenshotted like to send to my midwife to like inform her like, hey, you can see the contractions are speaking for themselves. I think my contractions were like 2 minutes apart. Honestly, they were like 2 minutes apart going back to back. Yo, it was intense. The next contraction is the last contraction like that you're dealing with. And I told myself that like 2 times and I was like, oh no, this is not working. I told myself, breathing techniques out the window. And the only thing I kept repeating in my head was like, why would you do this to yourself again? Why would you go through this? Why would you? At that point, this just didn't feel worth it anymore. I was like, nope. Walking around the house, I'm alone. I told her it feels like I need to poop. And I knew stuff was getting real. I couldn't even type properly. Then I moved myself to the bed because I was getting so tired of standing. While I was standing, I was leaning against the treadmill, and then I reached down there and I did feel like there was a bit of a mucus plug. I think it's my mucus plug that came. And then I took myself to the bed. I was there like positioned like a dog on all fours on the bed. I was on my hands and my knees. Okay, so we just switched mic. Someone is demanding attention. So I just realized I actually never ate that day, and I only realized now a lot of details are very like blurry and foggy. I can't remember everything. Honestly, it was such a painful experience, and I could feel the child's head was coming out. It kind of came out, and then it was like going back up again, and then coming out, and then going back. I'm not thinking of anyone. I don't care that my husband is not here. I don't care like anything that my midwife is not here, because I'm going through this experience. I'm in my own world at this point. My midwife knocks on the door. I can hear her knocking, and then after knocking a few times, she realized no one's gonna answer, and she just opened the door and came in. Luckily she did that, and there she found me already on the bed. So the moment you walk in the door, the first thing you're gonna see is my veve. That's the first thing you're gonna see, because the direction I'm facing, my whole behind is facing the door. So I know that's the first thing she saw. I didn't even wash that morning, guys. So I'm sure I smelled a bit funky. Also, she had to come under my body and to check heartbeat and whatever she needs to check. And I think I smelled a bit. I didn't brush my teeth, nothing, to still the morning. She told me she's gonna have her assistant come. I don't care. She could have brought like anyone. I really don't care. And she asked me where's Wayne. I'm like, he went to the shops to go sort out certain things, like to get the essentials. She asked me to lay on my back. She wants to check out like how far am I. And then this lady tells me I'm 10 centimeters dilated. This labor is a short labor. I labored like for 4 hours, no more than 4 hours. And she told me she's just waiting for her husband. She's gonna break my water when he comes. She ends up phoning him. And she's like, Wayne, leave everything. Drop whatever you're doing. My husband told me at this point when she phoned, he was already waiting in the queue with his trolley full of stuff. He left it just there and he rushed home. Then I told her I'm gonna squat on the floor. So I'm leaning against the bed, squatting. I swear it wasn't even 5 minutes of me squatting on the floor. And next thing I felt this intense pressure of the baby coming out. And I didn't push, my body completely took over. It was like an involuntary thing. Glad that happened. It's called something. I inserted there. And my eyes was closed. I was giving birth while my eyes was closed because the pain was too much. Oh my god. Oh, I forgot to mention. When I was on all fours on the bed, my water broke and it splashed the entire bed. There was nothing there. It was already too late, like I made the whole bed already wet, and it happened just like in the movies. Oh, I asked him, why am I feeling the pain in my bum? And they laughed, I remember. So the head came out. My mother asked me, do you want to deliver the baby? I said no. I didn't even say no. I said I said no way I'm delivering this baby. I was like, nope, not happening. She said on the next contraction you can push, the baby's gonna come out. One more push, baby comes, shoulders out, the baby shot out, midwife caught the baby. And the midwife's like, yeah, take your baby. Because they always place the baby on the chest like some magical moment and stuff. And I was like, nope, I don't want this baby. I said no. I don't even think I said no. I just said And then she said, no, take your baby. And I was like, okay. She was like forceful. I was like, okay, let me take my baby. She put my baby on my chest. I take my baby. She said, help me, guide me up. I'm on the bed. This is just overwhelming for me because I'm still experiencing contractions. I thought the moment he's going to be out, the contractions are going to stop. It did not. Just put this baby on me, and then my husband walks through the door. He didn't know he was going to come home to me holding our baby already. And by the way, I think all my neighbors heard me. Throughout this whole experience, I was moaning. I was like, I remember, so I know my neighbors heard me. I was loud. Hubby walks in. We didn't cut the cord because I wanted delayed cord cutting. So my husband done that. He cut the cord. And I'm happy he done that since he wasn't there for the birth. And I wish he was there just to see how strong I was throughout the whole experience. By 10:55 exactly on the dot, he was born. The placenta, we delivered the placenta shortly after. I don't think I pushed or anything. I think my midwife just like literally like touched my stomach and the placenta just ran out, and we put it in a yogurt bucket, the food lovers yogurt bucket, and then we put the placenta in our freezer. She did ask me if I want the placenta, and I did want the placenta because we buried it later on. So the placenta went straight to the freezer. Because my husband left everything at the store, my newborn was wearing my 2-year-old's nappies, diapers. He was wearing his nappies. The nappies settled here, my newborn, like by his chest. It was super huge on him. And then they told me, here is your 2-year-old's nappy. Put this on when you're done. Because I didn't have that as well. So you had me wearing a nappy, my newborn and my 2-year-old were all wearing his nappies. Took a nice shower, just got in a gown, went straight to the bed. That was it. Like, that was my experience. The midwife and her assistant, they took care of weighing baby while I was showering. And that was my home birth experience, and I choose it over and over again, and I highly recommend having a home birth. It was a very positive experience for me, although I'm crying about the pain. Oh yes, I forgot to say, I didn't know the gender of the baby. And my midwife asked me, do you know the gender? She knew I didn't know, but she's like, did you check? And I told her no. So just as I was about to lift up my baby to check his private part, and then they told me it's a boy. I had no stitches. There was no stitches because I didn't tear. My midwife arrived at 10 a.m. and I gave birth at 10:55. Thank you guys for watching my story time. I'm back and I love you.